Obviously, you're not a golfer.
You want a tow? I can get you a tow. Believe me. There are ways, dude. You don't want to know about it, believe me.
Yeah, but Walter.
Hell, I can get you a tow by 3 o'clock this afternoon with nail polish.
That rock really tied the room together, did it not?
Took my licks and I did my time. Sweet whispers and dance.
You got me one by 3 o'clock.
We're talking about
Sorry, inside.
getting some toes here for the
Behind
show.
the scenes, man. Behind the scenes.
Did it tie the room together? It's gonna. We're gonna have toes with nail polish here pretty soon. Welcome to the show. My name is Joseph Eastwood Fresh. I'm America's foremost cowboy. This is America's foremost friend, Jamie Cobble. Welcome to the show. We don't have our headphones on. I miss our headphones because I don't get the pleasure of hearing. I'm gonna bring the cable in the house.
I think at this point in our technology, they should just build cowboy hats with earphones in them. I think we're to the point where cowboys need to stand up for their ability and their rights to make podcasts in their cowboy hats. We have earphones and earbuds and everything in the world for every other type of person except for cowboys.
Cowboys are one of the most mistreated minorities in America. Overlooked.
Never given any rights in the history of our country. Really?
No.
They've always been mistreated, and
don't get me
they are
started.
the downtrodden.
Don't get me started about prospecting cowboys and Native Americans and their gold lust. Every spring, short little sons of guns put on their green hats and their boots.
Take your hands off me, gold.
Hey, it's Chavez, buddy. Me name's Chavez, and me wants me gold. Tis me,
Golden dust.
Tis me, sitting rainbow, here to collect me gold.
The idea of the Native American leprechaun has struck us so hard. We're obsessed.
We just mentioned it last week, but we just kind of let it slide. We just mentioned it and didn't explain it at all.
Which is probably best left unexplained.
I am really taken with the idea. I'm more taken with the idea of a guy that's confused, who thinks Native Americans are leprechauns. He's got the two confused in his brain.
They're not that far apart. The Irish and the Native Americans are not.
No.
As far as treatment by our country.
I heard they both love a little sippy time. If you know what I mean. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. Top of the morning to you.
And cut. The first time we actually edit something out of a show.
Time to kiss the bleeding Rockatel's kitchen. Kiss the bleeding or jumping the rock tears, lassie. Oh, Native American leprechauns. It's an idea. I think I'm going to try to write a movie.
I'm doing consultant. Shaman. I can't even do a Irish accent. Save my life right now.
Let's have a little hit of the peace pipe, me lassie. Let me go to my teepee made of buffalo hide.
We are going to get banned for sure for this one. This little bit.
Welcome to WDPX. We haven't talked about what movie we're doing. We talk about movies. I don't even think we said.
We talk about movies here.
I don't even think we said the name of the show yet.
We might. I mean, since
Are we recording, Kyle?
Kyle, edit this out.
I think the edit. She's still broken. I'll beat you with me shots, my lucky peyote. Put the peyote.
It's hard to say when you're doing Irish.
Put me peyote in me peace pipe.
Smoke a peyote.
Top.
Dude, I almost spit coffee everywhere. It's the dumbest bit we've ever done, I think. We've done brother juice. This is dumber.
It sure is tickling me though. A little feather than an Irish cow. With war paint on. Oh man. Where's me squaw? All right, I gotta get out of this. Never gonna get another
dream a little dream.
show booked. Yeah, what movie we doing? Corey and Corey.
The Corys.
The Corys. But not really. It's a trick movie. It's like it's a Corey movie.
Yeah.
It's not really. My wife kept saying not enough Haim.
Yeah. That's what my problem with this movie has always been. As Feldman plays the love interest, and
it should have been
he's one of the most hideous. I told my wife, he's one of the most hideous looking people. I think
he is gross.
He's not a.
He's gross, and he improv'd half of his dialogue in this movie, and you can tell because it's all just him talking about how cool he is.
Yeah, it's Trumpian.
It is like it's
very Trumpian.
Literally, he's like telling the old man, like, "Listen, you got to do your hair. Your hair looks like beep. My hair never looks like that." And like then when he is the old man and he's looking, it's a body swap movie, and he's looking in the mirror, he's like, "Oh, at least I got a great body.
Yeah.
Oh, this is too sexy." Yeah. I'm like, no, you do not. Like there's just a bunch of problems with this scene.
I brought up a part.
The old man is telling a teenage boy that he admires his body.
Right? Yeah. Not creepy at all.
Too sexy. He told me.
There's a bit that they do in this movie that they don't really. It's just so Feldman at the beginning, whenever they're in the opening scene where they're in the room.
Yeah.
And Feldman laughs and he goes, "Ha!" And then Haim makes fun of how Feldman laughs.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. This is in the opening scene, right? Where it's
Yes.
weird credits, where it goes to like sexy saxophone
Yes.
music, and then back to two
But
boys
Feldman
laying in cots.
laughs like this throughout the movie.
Okay.
And at the end, Haim makes fun of him again for how he laughs. Feldman is actually making fun of how Haim actually laughs
In real life.
in real life and in all the movies. That is exactly how Haim laughs. But Feldman takes it over for this movie and laughs like it. And then Haim makes fun of him for laughing like that.
That's a twisted tale. I did not know that.
I explained that to my wife and she didn't really seem to care. She said, "Do you have a crush on Corey Haim?"
It's kind of hard not to, really.
It's like, no, I just thought they were, super cool back in the day. And, and he was the funny one and the good-looking one. And Feldman,
Yes,
I'm not sure why he was there, other than his Michael Jackson stuff.
Yeah, it was weird. Like my wife loves Corey's, and my wife, and she's was very disappointed that the Haim was not in it a lot more.
Yeah,
because I think it also, now that we know this, I think this movie caused what we have now with Corey. I think this is the reason Corey Feldman is the way he is now. This was the start, I think, of him singing, of him being like, I can perform. And I can dress up like Michael Jackson.
He was doing this before this movie.
Well, here's the thing. This movie came out in 89. 80.
Like he used to, if I'm not mistaken, he used to go to Neverland and hang out with Michael.
And that's where it came from.
But
like
he was a very much smaller.
This happened before that. However, think about this. He was in Stand By Me in 86 or 87.
Yes. So
within 2 to 3 years, he went from a pretty talented actor who didn't have a persona of I'm Corey. He was just a kid actor who was a really good actor. If you watch him in Stand By Me, he's like him.
Ugly but good.
Ugly but good. Him and River. He's his dad's white trash piece of crap. Like he plays that part well. River Phoenix is great in the movie. Everybody's great in that movie. And then 3 years later, we got this. Like, I'm in charge. People want to see me. I don't have to be a character in a movie. I don't have to be an actor anymore. I could just be this thing.
Right.
This Michael Jackson impersonator.
Right.
My God, the dance. Michael Jackson dance. Like you said, it's real subtle. His tip to Michael Jackson.
Supposedly, according to Feldman, somewhere between Stand By Me and this movie, he was
molested by
Mr. Sheen.
Oh, this is serious. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And probably Michael Jackson too, but that was before, I think.
So Sheen molested him.
Yeah, that's what he says. Call your the guy that you're doing work for.
Oh, Dan?
See if because he's in that circle, the Hollywood circle.
Of folks. Yeah.
And he would probably know more about this than we can do an update on this.
He was always,
podcast.
From what I gather, every time I talk to him, it seems like he
used to work for Nickelodeon.
He used to work for Nickelodeon for a while, and he's a writer, dang good writer, accolades out the wazoo. But he keeps hip with what the young folks are doing.
Yeah.
He never drifts away from what like middle school kids are into.
Right.
Which
it's
it's
the pulse of America.
That's really right. And he's like, I got my finger on the button. I can keep writing and impress these kids.
What's he call the button that he has his finger on? What is that?
He said it's like an acronym. He's like clean lessons in teaching or something like that. And he's always writing it out on the board. Clean lessons in teaching, CLIT. He's like, that's the button. I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. Right. He's like, it is what it is, asshole. I'm like, hey, I'm on the radio.
You're the boss.
You're the boss.
Who am I to...
But yeah, finger on the pulse of the youth. Yeah. That guy. So he would like of all time. So back then he would know what was going on.
I bet he knew Feldman pretty well
did.
Back in the.
I heard he used to hang out with Sheen. Now he's alluded to Tiger's Blood several times, and how he liked to watch Charlie put Tiger's Blood in the young youth. I don't know. He's just inspiring them, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the Sheen, like to put a sheen on the youth. Yeah. He said he glazed them like donuts. I'm like, weird expression, Dan.
Yeah. I don't get it.
I don't either.
Made him.
He said, gave him a sheen.
So Bobby in this movie is Corey Feldman.
That's his name, Bobby.
Yeah. Dinger is Haim. Corey Haim.
You know, I'm writing a movie for a person right now, and one of the pivotal characters in it, his name is Dinger.
Yeah.
And I forgot that his name's Dinger, and it really upset me. But I was like, I can just say it's a tribute.
He's the best character in the movie.
He is the best character.
Haim's always the best.
He really is. It's a shame. It's a shame about him.
It's a shame about Haim.
I don't know. Would he be a rock star like Corey? Would he be out there? He would have got help, I think. He
was on that show on TV, on MTV. With Dr. whatever his name is, where they were all drug addicts and.
Oh yeah, Dr. Phil.
No,
I know it's the one. Dr. The love lessons, the love guy. He turned into a real douche in the past couple years.
I don't know that he ever turned into one. I think
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew. But yeah, Haim was on that with a lot of rock stars and actors and models.
I forgot about that. I always remember him dying young.
So I don't know if he actually went there with help
with River Phoenix, but he didn't. He just kind of fell out of fame.
Yeah,
young, but not.
No, he wasn't part of the 27 Club.
No,
but
he would have been a lot cooler if he was. It's cold in here.
Ghosts.
How is it in your house?
We're going back to that. Lainey, I don't know what Lainey's actual name is. The girl who plays Lainey in this.
Did I write it down? It's an interesting name. I don't remember
She's
it though.
She's an interesting looking gal.
She is. They don't give her any real character or story. They're like she likes dancing. Yeah. And cheerleading. Yeah. She's got big hooters.
Yeah. She likes leotards.
Real pretty face. She likes leotards.
They even talk about how much she looks great in a leotard, and then the first time you see her, she's in a leotard. You're like, oh, we're just right to it, huh? Not even gonna build up the excitement about it. I
usually like a body swap movie. Just because it's like just the premise alone. I'm like, oh, it's a body swap. It's always a good time. But I was very confused about this. So there's a place called Dreamland. Long story short, Corey and this old man who likes to meditate and like do this. He does yoga.
It's Tai Chi or yoga,
yeah, which they make it like, well, that's the same as magic. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, he's trying to find the intersection of where the dream world starts and reality.
Okay.
To where it crosses, and he uses that by doing this yoga, Tai Chi style stuff, and I don't know.
Me squaw told me to chase the rainbow. Sounds like the magic's there.
The dad from Pretty in Pink is in here. Yeah,
that's why I knew that guy. Harry Dean Stanton. Love Harry Dean. The
sounds like somebody from out here.
Yeah, Harry Dean.
Old Joel Bob.
Harry Dean. Yeah, the neighbor.
Anybody that uses two names for their first name is awesome in my book.
For real though, Harry Dean Stanton was apparently good friends with, probably still is, with Jack. Jack, and they're both big nudists, so they would have these parties where you had to get naked to come into the party. Imagine Jack Nicholson and Harry Dean Stanton.
Oh, I thought you were alluding to Gleason.
Naked. Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah,
no, that makes more sense.
Jack Gleason. All right.
I could see Gleason being a nudist.
Oh yeah, probably. Was Gleason the guy that he hated his writers? Was that Gleason, or was that Fred Sanford? It might have been Fred Sanford. We talked about
from
him.
the Wonder Years.
Yeah. His writer. He hired Paulie. Was that his name? Who's the nerd that people claim to be Marilyn Manson? Dang it, I can't remember. But I think Gleason was a jerk.
You should ask Dan.
But I think
he knows writers.
I should. Yeah, those guys are old. I'm talking about though. He probably didn't care about them. But I think it might be Sanford. He would write checks to his writers and then throw them in his swimming pool and say, if you want them, you got to swim for them.
Nice.
And he also had dogs that would like bite you and would like let the dogs out while they were in the pool and just like.
Do you think that might be where that song came from?
Who let the dogs out?
That guy,
I did. Ooh, let the dogs out.
The guy that wrote that song, I don't even know who it was.
He's one of the writers.
Yeah, was one of the writers.
I did, you big dummy.
Uh-oh. Dogs are out.
Dogs are out. It's all right, man. I'm from Chicago. I'm friends with JYD.
So Bobby has a dream.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't Mr. T and JYD, if they would have had,
dude, if they had a tag team,
they'd have been, or just a movie. I want to see.
They could have been huge.
Buddy movie where Mr. T and JYD's got to team up.
Yeah,
you kidding me?
They could have been huge against like it was them versus the Road Warriors.
Oh, that would have been great.
Yeah,
and every
the Legion of Doom, LOD,
every like pre-fight interview, they could just be talking about their chains.
Yeah,
I got this chain off a junkyard dog. I tell you where I get my chains. They're talking like each other now.
JYD, he died pretty young though.
Did he?
Unfortunately, yeah. I think he had a heart attack.
Oh, I heard he got rabies. I heard
it's a terrible way to die.
I heard they had to put him down.
Heart attack's much more.
I heard he got ran over by a
running across the street.
Junkyard car.
Running across the street.
Oh, he got in a fight with a new young junkyard dog. He had a heart attack.
Called Ric Flair. No.
Who's the next wrestling biopic you want to see? We got the
none.
None of them.
No,
You don't see
no,
any of them.
no.
You still have the Iron Claw. Was like I watched it and it was good, but I was also kind of like the one that Hogan's been.
We're not going to talk about this movie, are we? You hate this movie.
I'm sorry. Let's get into this movie.
No, we're good.
The old man's dreaming.
Yeah, the old man dreams about.
He's singing, right? He's a nightclub singer.
Yeah.
And
Dream a little dream he's singing.
Yep, and not what they sing at the end. They sing "Young at Heart" at the end because that's what they dance to.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a body swapper. And eventually, let's just get to the part where they run into. It's such a weird body swap. The old man and his wife. It's a 4-way swap.
Yeah.
You ever had a 4-way swap with two teenagers?
Oh. You should.
Not like my Yeah, so it's a 4-way swap. It's the kid, it's the girl that he likes, right? Laney.
Yeah.
It's Feldman, the old man and his wife, and he has a shortcut that goes through his yard that all the kids take, and it's a big fighting thing. But nonetheless, they're coming together. Feldman hits Laney, and while they're doing their meditational dreamland thing, and then they wake up and the body swap has happened, and the old man is in Feldman.
But neither one. So the old man's wife didn't really believe in it, so she didn't get the full effect.
So it doesn't get the. That's what part of what I didn't understand.
Right.
Until at some point it was explained, and I was like, oh, okay. I think Feldman does it right in Dreamland.
Yeah.
Was Dreamland added to explain this movie? I have a theory that this movie was made and Dreamland was not part of the movie, and then they were like, "This movie's confusing. We need Corey Feldman to spell it out."
Huh?
Just a theory.
I think it was always there.
Always there.
So the explanation on the chalkboard is the effects that the old man is doing all the research and blah blah blah, and he has on the chalkboard the effects of dream states and thought waves on the transformation of energy.
Okay.
That's his whole premise of.
That's it.
He's trying to the thought waves and the effects of the dream states and
yes, and
it has transformative energy somehow.
Well, he found it. Oh, also Haim got ran over by his mom.
Yeah, and broke his leg.
And broke his leg, which I thought was a nice touch.
Yeah.
Do you think he had a real broke leg?
I'm guessing he probably did.
Because it's a weird choice otherwise.
Yeah.
To be like,
although in the movie he gets around pretty good, quite a bit.
He does get around pretty well, but you got to think a movie takes quite a while to shoot.
I don't think. I think he probably twisted his ankle real bad and was just in like a walking boot, and they were like, "We got to explain this somehow."
That's that's probably more likely. Kyle?
Oh yeah, no. Kyle's not here.
Coming later. You ever come later? You should. All right. They collide, and it works. He's in Feldman's body. Like we said, we're not sure about Laney and the wife. Feldman wakes up. He's the old man. What happens then?
So we find out the old man, he figures it out pretty quick what's going on. He's been transferred to Feldman's body. They don't explain really what happened to the old man's body and what happened to the old lady's body.
Yes. They're
missing. I assume they're in the hospital.
Harry Dean Stanton's like, where is he at?
In some type of I don't know. They just vanished, I guess.
Are they in Dreamland?
If we can suspend all thoughts of reality in Frankenhooker, I think we can go with they just vanished for a while.
I think they're in Dreamland. I think he's
but their physical body has to be.
No, that's what I mean. Like I think Dreamland is just a physical place.
Okay,
that's my theory. Because Feldman seems to like it there, but how is he there? Well, that's where his consciousness.
That's where his consciousness is.
He loves it there. He even says, I do like at one point. He even says, like, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah,
or something like, I don't even know if I'm here.
Yeah, but I don't want to go back. I like it here.
Yeah, or no, he says, I don't think this is my dream. Is what he says.
Yeah. It's the old man's dream.
Yeah. I like that.
He's just
stuff.
the narrator of the dream.
And like when you're talking about the science, I kept thinking like, I want Christopher Nolan to make this movie,
or Christopher Cross.
Or Christopher Cross was have we talked about this? He was a big drug dealer. He was
it makes sense with all the so he would
sail away.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like LA's weed man.
Yeah.
He had the best weed, and he financed
a lot of movies, right?
Yeah, a lot of movies and most of the yacht rock that got first made.
It must be
It's because I watched that movie Yacht Rock. I think I brought it up on the show several times. if you have the Max, check out Yacht Rock. By the way, summer's coming, and we're doing something here in this house. We're getting rid of all streaming except for the Amazon, because I'm a big fan of Jeff Bezos.
As it comes in via Elon's
Yeah. I mean, I thought,
satellite.
let's just keep the two top dogs rich, and then everybody else.
Yeah, screw them.
If they write me a letter,
It'll trickle down.
If they write me a letter and tell me what they've done for me, I might keep them. But no, for summertime, I think we're going to dump everything.
Really?
Yeah, and just I think it'd be good. Be good for.
I like the sports ball too much to get rid of my.
You do like the sporting balls games. Yeah. I'm gonna miss a lot of things, but I don't know. It'll be a nice experiment. I might make.
How would you get your fake news?
Via my dumb phone.
So
that's my joke. They're less smarter phone than they're more of a dumb phone.
So Feldman knows, or the old man knows exactly what's going on. Laney's she's confused. She doesn't really believe it. But the first sign that something might be off with her is she can't remember the combo to her locker at school.
Yes, that's right. I did get she just that's the part I didn't get. I was like, well, I don't understand this body swap.
Yeah.
But basically Corey tells the old man
it's a little deeper than the
Dreamland.
superficial stuff you're used to watching. I
That
think
could be.
you couldn't.
It could be. I'm used to like the Ryan Reynolds movie about body swap, and the classic one with Ryan Reynolds.
Big stuff like that.
Big, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan talks about Big all the time.
Yeah.
He talks about like what a fantasy,
Yeah.
right? If you talks about,
She's forgetting the dance.
but he's
steps,
like, but he's
by the way.
he's wanting to go in reverse though.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like he's always pitching like, let's write a reverse Big. And I'm like, and he's like, where the grown up turns into a child. And I'm like, that's fun. And he's like, and then he meets the girl. I'm like, wait, how old? And he's like, and by
And
girl,
they get married
He's like,
within
by
weeks.
by girl, I mean boy. And he's an old man. I'm like, this is weird, man. I don't think anybody want to watch it. He's like, dude, LGBTQ stuff sells.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got a point. So let's write this story about a man who turns into
Not
a child
anymore, then.
only to fall in love with an older man.
I have to make a stunning admission.
And then at one point he was like, I want to play the old man. Sorry, what's the admission?
That Rob and I used to use this quote when we were bored or for anything really from this movie. And
There's a lot of good quotes in this movie.
I had it confused recently with Coming from License to Drive.
Oh, okay.
And Rob corrected me, and I was like, no, it's from
No,
License to
that's
Drive.
right. But it is from this one.
It is from this movie. So Rob, you were right.
Not that he's ever going to
Dr.
hear or
Bob.
watch this.
You were right. I was wrong. It's from this movie. But it's the Dinger. It's an incredible looking dude sitting in his butt ugly Mustang.
Oh, yes.
That should be in Hawaii. Sipping pina coladas. Hello, honey. You know, that whole.
Yes.
Yeah.
I liked, why was it
I
cut?
liked everything Hank did
Why
in
was
this
it
movie.
cut so weird?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When he's doing that little speech, it
Yeah.
keeps fading
It
out.
fades out.
fading
Fades
back
out.
in.
I think it's just to stress how long he's been
How long
sitting
he's
there.
been there.
Yeah.
I said, I guess it wasn't in vogue. It should have just been jump cuts. It should have just been like nothing. It just like cut. You saw that it moved. That's, I guess, that's just my modern.
Judging from how
that's
this,
my love of French New Wave. But
judging from how this movie was shot and edited and just the whole vibe of this movie, I think they were trying to go for a more artsy way to do it. Because they tried to be somewhat artsy and
they did. Their editing's they were going for something in this movie. That's for sure. And it could have been. But yes, I liked that. I just wish it would have been different. I wanted more of that. I want more of that, less of the other story. So yeah, that's great that you figured out your expression. At one point he says, he's like, what time is it? Why do I look? I've never worn a watch in my life. Why do I look at my wrist?
So she's forgotten the combo to her locker. She is screwing up the dance steps now. She can't figure out what's going on with her.
She's wanting vegetables
Yeah.
at one point.
They showed her. So at one point,
this is the part. There was two. Sorry, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
So whenever Feldman is trying to convince her that this has happened to her, and that she is part herself and part this old lady, and he takes her to their house, and then tries to kiss her. She runs away. They went there together. They walked there together.
Stepping off mic for just a moment. Go ahead.
And whenever she runs out of the house and is going home, it shows her riding her bike. Just a little failed part of editing there that they left in.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah. Yeah. She goes home on a bicycle, even though they walk there together from her house. So, Feldman guy finally goes. He goes full Michael Jackson in the dance scene.
Yes.
You could tell.
How's he going to impress her?
Yeah, she's doing dance moves by herself in the gym with mirrors set up. She keeps doing the same cane raise that lifts her hat off like 8 times.
He does a similar thing
Yeah.
without a cane.
Yeah. You could tell he was just bursting at the seams to get this Michael Jackson section in, which is an ongoing theme throughout the rest of the movie. He gets more and more Michael Jackson-esque in his clothing and which I guess they decided that the old man likes this Michael Jackson look, and goes with it.
Because Corey tells him at one point in Dreamland, "You're not dressing like me. You don't look cool. I always look cool. My hair doesn't look good. You need to use the mousse. My hair always looks good." And then that's when we get the old man perving out, being like, "Oh, at least I got a good body.
Yeah.
Oh, this is too sexy."
But it's definitely the Michael
he
Jackson
dresses up as Michael Jackson.
bad era, like
Yeah.
the with the one strand of hair that dangles down and is always.
My wife is pretty sure that he and some lady he was banging designed his outfit.
Yeah.
It's like sewn together by. It's bad. There's like
It's
reflectors.
like for the shirt that what's her name got Theo in the Cosby Show. Yeah. It's all jacked up and weird looking, but
if nothing else, this movie is great with montages.
Yeah.
And clothing
and
songs.
soundtrack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soundtrack.
Now a bunch of the ballads I didn't know, and I was like, I bet Cobble knows.
Yeah. I recognize several, but so Lainey, they finally go to the restaurant as he's still trying to convince her. They do all the things that the old man and the old woman did on the day that they
and we see
transformed.
it in the most uncomfortable restaurant setting
Yeah,
I've ever seen in my life.
We actually paused the movie whenever the old man and Coleman and his wife were there at the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I was like, they had this. They were looking, and they probably were like, we have this super cool building with these super cool little balconies.
Yeah.
We have to use it for something. And then they're like, we'll make it a restaurant. But
You think that has to be it? Yeah.
But then we started talking about the practicality of the balcony. So the men would have in this scene, the men sit on the edges.
Java, if you want to.
Yeah, I'll take a sip. And the woman sits on the back side of the table. The chairs would have had to been put out. The men would have had to sit down, and then they would have had to bring the table out to sit down, and then they slide in the other chair for the woman. That's how small this balcony was.
I was like, if you and I went there, we
so
would
not practical.
If you and I went there, we would be like, it's not safe to get us both out on that balcony.
No. Yeah, when the server came out and stood on the balcony, I was like, "Oh God!"
No, I was like, I was nervous. It's like this is not. I would be a wreck.
Right? Yeah.
If I was this balcony, I would be looking underneath it like, how secure is this?
There had to have been like 2x4s bracing it from underneath.
Like shaking. Yes, that's what I pictured. That. We never see underneath it though, which made me think. It probably is not even like a...
No. At one point they do show, and it is up. But
never mind. Okay.
The people are actually on it, I don't think you see under it because
God
there's
knows
2x4s or 4x4s.
There's probably some grips down there.
Yeah. So she orders at the restaurant. She orders the same thing that Coleman's wife ordered.
Yes, a veggie tray.
Yes, and they were like, "Well,
totally crazy sounding in 1980s." No.
Yeah. And they're like, I think we've got that. We usually have it for so-and-so's wife, blah, blah, blah. he gets the crap beat out of him later by
the school bullies with their cool jackets.
Yeah. Spiky cool jackets.
The thing I was going to say earlier is I don't need the extra layer of purple fringe jacket being the boyfriend, and then them being friends and the whole fight and the bullies that are picking on I didn't need any of that.
Well,
just give me the body swap. Give me the two Corys and this girl.
but the old
body
man,
swap
the old man sets him straight. He's like this
does.
youth is out of line and they're misguided, and he kind of sets him.
It's such a boomer movie.
Yeah, it's totally a boomer movie. That's why I like it, because I'm a boomer at heart. I'm
a
boomer at heart.
These old men are like, let me show these goddamn kids what's wrong with them. I'm gonna straighten them out. Give me 2 weeks with these stupid kids, and I can teach them.
I did like whenever he finally made it to high school, and he's like, "Oh Jesus." And he's like, he's having a panic attack. He's like,
I did like that.
This is nothing like the high school I went to in 1950.
He looks down the hallway and it's just madness.
Yeah.
There is a cool scene. This movie's half montages. There's a cool scene.
At least half.
There's a cool scene where he's waiting on the steps, and it's literally just a song, and you get kids like.
A very Top Gun-esque song, like upbeat.
Very upbeat. Upbeat, inspirational. And now this was like a new wave jump cut. This is what they should have done in the car. It was just boom, boom, boom. And you just saw like group after group of kids coming. And it was like an 89 fashion show. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I do like them when they're getting ready and they're tearing up their jeans and they're rolling up their shit and they're pinning their stuff together. All that was really fun.
Yeah.
I think it's why it really drug me down when there was scenes in between the montages. I was like, "Oh, are they going to talk now? I don't need this."
To me,
just
this movie, pull Feldman out, put him in Haim's spot, put Haim in Feldman's spot, and this movie doesn't drag down because nobody wants to see Feldman that long and as the main guy. Nobody does. Everybody wants to see Haim.
It's true. I just kept, every time Haim was on screen, he was electric.
Yep.
Like, I mean, just him when he would come walking, and at one, like, just walking into a scene, he would barely have to say anything. He's got the crazy hair. And I remember, like, being, like, pretty sure I saw this movie in 1989. It was like, I'm going to pull off that hair. I can do that hair. Like, he's great. And then when he's gone, it just
everything goes into like a bog. It's like, that never-ending story where the horse is stuck in the
yeah to the point where like several times my wife and I would look at each other and be like, it's been a long time since we saw Haim.
Yeah,
it's been 30 minutes and there's been no Haim, and then Haim would come back on and you're like, oh Haim. You'd be into it, and they'd swapped it much like have you ever watched any of the Edgar Wright Shaun of the Dead movies, and then there's what is it? Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz.
Shaun of the Dead's really about probably the only one I've seen.
Okay, Hot Fuzz, and the last one is The End of the World. All great, solid movies, but End of the World. So the whole thing is always I can't believe I'm blanking on his name right now. Simon Pegg. Simon Pegg is always the serious, I can't believe this is going on, not level-headed, but he's the kind of straight man. And then his buddy is always the, whatever, let's drink. And, I'm going to make a party of this somehow. I'm going to crack jokes. It's okay, guy. And in the third movie, they switched that dynamic. And it just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
I mean, I still like it. It's still a good movie. But after two movies, it's almost like a trilogy. The third one, you're like, wait, he's the guy.
Would be like
he's the guy that doesn't care, and now he's the strict stick in the mud.
Yeah, it would be like watching When Harry Met Sally, and then having Sally be sitting in the restaurant, and then he embarrasses her by having an orgasm.
Yeah,
it's like this doesn't work.
No, it wouldn't work at all. And then Rob Reiner turns.
Yeah,
he's like, I'll have what he's having.
So my wife had a little comment to my Haim love in this. Yeah. And she was like, I think they used Feldman as the main character in this because Haim couldn't pull off the acting.
Oh no.
But I didn't want to further push
This piece of crap?
her theory of me being in love with Corey Haim, so I didn't argue against it. I was just like, maybe.
It would have worked so much better.
It would have worked so much better. Haim.
Now, I think it was somewhat tailored to him though, because he wouldn't have done all the dancing stuff.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah,
that would have been
maybe Haim had it too, but he broke his foot.
Oh, dude, you might be onto something.
Yeah.
It might have been Haim's role.
Yeah.
And then,
There's no way Feldman would have let that slide where Haim pulled off the Michael Jackson dance scenes.
but what if this is the why we have the Feldman we have?
Yeah.
Because of broken ankle.
Yeah, and they
Turn
had
the
to
tide.
add in dance moves, and so
By
Feldman
the
was
way-
like, "Well, I can dance, but it's just like Michael Jackson."
I think you're not wrong. What's his name's mom she has every vice known to man. You notice this? She's smoking, she's drinking, she's taking pills.
Yeah.
It's Haim's mom, I think.
No.
Or is
It's
it Feldman's
Laney's mom.
Oh, it's Laney's mom. That's right. I just remember being like, "Is there anything?"
Yeah, they built Cosby Laney at one point.
Yes, they do. They got
They totally built Cosby her. Her mom is like pulls out one of her sleeping pills or whatever
Yeah.
it is, puts it in the wine, and looks at her boyfriend like, "Go give this to her." And so he's like, goes and gives it to her. He's like, I don't want to be. I know you don't want me to be here. I don't want to be here because you don't want me here. Drink this wine. It'll make it better for you until I leave.
This movie's messed up.
And then she's
man.
out.
Old men perving on young boys' bodies,
Yeah.
dosing Cosby and young girls.
Yeah.
The
The 80s. You got to love it.
Yeah. Go back to Dreamland a couple more times.
Trickle down economics. The whole spiel.
I didn't. This is all my notes. I took 4 pages.
Yeah, I'm about out of notes too.
I just wrote here. I'm so confused. Another bad song? Fighting? I'm more confused. More fighting. I don't know what's going on.
I've got Feldman finally goes full Michael Jackson with his outfit. He can't help it. He has to.
Yeah.
Laney orders what? Yep. He has a black eye with no swelling after it gets beat up.
Yep. It's just a little
It's
bit of
just
makeup.
like smeared mascara.
He was trying. I bet he tried.
I'm guessing his busted lip was probably a cold sore that came up, and they just like added it in.
Well, what I heard was that he was actually dressed up as Michael Jackson. They had to wipe off his black face, and they just left a little around his eyes.
It could have happened. She had the dream and starts to believe because he's like, whatever you do tonight, remember your dream.
Yes. Okay.
Just do it for me. Mm-hmm. She has the dream. She starts to believe. She starts to believe that she might be at least partially the old lady's spirit.
Yeah.
She says at one point that I will do it if you promise not to bring it up again, which is what the old lady told him, that Coleman, the old man, at the beginning before the swap happened.
Ooh.
And now Laney is saying it to Feldman.
It's all coming back.
Yeah, full circle, man.
Full circle, dude. Time's
Cyclical.
a flat circle. Cyclical.
Yeah, and then the mom and the boyfriend, Bill Cosby, Laney. At the end, well, there's a big thing that Feldman tells Coleman, the old man, in the dream world, whatever happens, neither one of you can go to sleep tonight.
That's right. It's a big deal.
Or you will lose her forever.
You'll lose her forever.
Yeah.
And the old man, the whole thing is, the old man's got to find her in real life, and he found her, and he's trying to get her back. But yes, if you fall asleep, you'll lose her forever.
Which might have been where they got Freddy Krueger from.
Hey, you're onto something.
Yeah.
Dude. Man.
So we skipped over the prom.
Yeah.
And the whole Joel, their buddy Joel.
I did hear that the Dreamland sequences were inspiration for the Oliver Stone when Jim Morrison was hallucinating.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but he would always be following this guy.
And Young Guns,
and
that scene too, probably.
Probably. And he would be following that guide, his spirit guide, and be like, follow me, me young boy. Follow me to be gold.
And follow me away from that pot of gold.
Follow me. You can call yourself the Leprechaun King.
You know what? So when this movie, I'm not crapping you here. When this movie was over, and I was finishing my notes that were very short.
Yeah.
The next movie that came on was Leprechaun.
No way.
Yeah, I swear. I promise. Which meant,
original with,
which meant nothing
with,
to me at the time, but now
Rachel?
it's hilarious because of our little.
That's great.
Yeah.
Another montage,
So-
bully fights.
Yeah. Bully fights. Has a gun. He's drunk. He's hammered.
Yes,
Drunk. at the
Haim's
prom.
like, he's like, what are you gonna do with that? He's like, I'm gonna drink it. He's got an enormous flask, and he's like, not that, the gun. He's like, the first bozo I see
Yeah,
that
Haim says,
crosses
yeah.
me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him the surprise of his life.
And he doesn't even wait for that. He just pulls it out and just threatens them right away. He doesn't even wait for anybody to threaten him, really.
The bullies that have like so many studs on their jacket. It's reaching like Rob Halford gay levels.
Yeah.
Really though.
It goes beyond Billy Idol into Rob Halford territory with the studs.
Like
on
you might want to go to a club in New York
Yeah.
called the Anvil.
The
I
Anvil.
knew a lot of folks. I did a lot of research.
The Anvil. Great bar. Great bar.
The Friedkins, he's talking. I'm in the book right now. He's talking about doing. I just referenced it. Damn it! I own it. What is it? The movie where Al Pacino goes undercover in the gay night.
Yeah, you've referenced it. I can't remember.
Nightclubs. I've referenced it a lot. And he's just talking about like all the research he did. I knew a lot of folks that were a big scene there. They took me to places called the Anvil, the Big Hammer. Like he's naming all these clubs. They had certain rules.
The leather feather duster.
That's where they taught me things. Big Jim taught me. A yellow bandana means you're looking to get pissed on. A red one means you'll want to do it to him. It's like this, that's all in the movie. Cruising. That's what it is. Cruising with Al Pacino. We should do it.
Yeah.
You might have to watch it here because it's hard to find. But I own it. That's why wouldn't I?
Blah, blah, blah. Lainey goes home.
There's a prom?
That's when she gets Cosby'd.
Yes.
When she goes home. Bobby has to deal with all this stuff. He goes back to her house. She's been Cosby'd. She's asleep. She fought it for a while, but she's asleep. And Bobby's just beside himself.
This is where he breaks through the window and
Yeah.
gets blood all over.
Yeah,
from
cuts his hand.
Cuts in hand. Yeah.
But he is beside himself because he thinks this is it's Bobby, but it's Coleman, the old man.
and he thinks that if she goes to sleep, he'll lose his
So he's
real
lost
life
her forever now.
Which turns out,
And
spoiler,
the next day, everybody wakes up. He's with his wife again. Bobby explains to him that I was just joking about you losing your wife and if she fell asleep, which is classic Feldman. I think Feldman must have ad-libbed that because that's classic Feldman. He's such a character. He's a cut up
jokester.
Yeah.
He's the life of the party. I bet he's pranking people
Yeah.
all the time on set.
Yeah.
Real fun guy to be around. Sounds like he's a real treat. Sounds like the kind of guy I would be like, boy, you got a great face for punching.
Now, Haim, on the other hand, I could just stare into his eyes forever.
I could just hang out with that guy.
Yeah. Or hang out, yeah.
You
That's
think
what
I
meant.
could
hang out with him
think
forever.
he'd let me touch his hair,
Or his shoulders.
shoulders? I mean,
Maybe it's just caress his neck. Or
listen, I've had a lot of leg pain in my life. I get it. I'll rub some rosemary oil on your leg. On your break. But
so,
yes.
yeah, that's pretty much the end. It's classic Feldman.
Wait, we're
Have
way
we
early.
two shows in a
we're
row?
we're like
gonna need more.
we're like way
commercial
early.
cuts in this one.
I can't believe it. Well, more Leprechaun talk. Let's get to it. Leprechaun in space.
Let's talk about Haim for a while. Should we?
Those baby blues. Such a shame he died in front of the Viper Club. Oh wait, that's
That was Christian Haim, his brother.
now their sisters went on to form that band, Haim, right? That's them.
And there was that
He
TV
stopped drinking
show.
coffee.
Haim, I'm gonna live forever.
Oh man, I can't stand Haim. Every Thanksgiving, Christmas, my mom's like, "Oh, I gotta make Haim." It stinks like pig shit. I don't listen. Maybe it's because I grew up in the country and I'd have to drive by. I won't
The
name
hog-
them, but certain people's
Yeah.
that smell
Hog
like
farm.
hog farm.
Yeah.
And pig poop has a real
Green eggs, hames, and ham.
green eggs and ham.
Yeah, my God, I screwed that, butchered that.
Um,
Cut, edit, and start
and
over.
so,
green eggs and ham.
green eggs and ham.
Yeah.
What
That'll
a
be
shame.
Yeah.
I will not eat green eggs and ham. I will not have such a shame.
I will not watch a movie with ham.
But if you
That's
know,
a second fiddle
that's
to
a second
Feldman.
fiddle to Feldman.
It's a shame.
It's a shame. He did not deserve the fame.
He would not do it again.
He died in very much pain.
And in vain.
He flushed his career down the drain.
Oh, why couldn't it be Feldman again? We've got a
Instead-
little leprechaun again.
Instead, we've got Michael Jackson, and it's lame. Michael Jackson Feldman. Oh, wait, that's it. Michael Jackson Leprechaun.
There you go. That makes more sense.
That's the ultimate. Oh, I might try to draw that. That would be hilarious looking. Michael Jackson as a leprechaun. That's good stuff. Gun guy. Yeah, it's they get back by the end, and yeah, like you said, it was a joke.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it was real, but it was the part of him
Yes.
losing his wife forever was a joke. It's just it was going to wear off, and
they wake up, and there's a fun little scene of like them coming through the shortcut,
yeah.
right? And he's like, "Hey, Mister." Oh, by the way, the kids were just straight punks. Once again, boomer written. The kids were just a-holes. They would take this shortcut. Haim would like play golf with the guy's flowers. He's like
with Haim's cane.
With Haim's cane.
Yeah.
Such a shame. He would no, I'm not gonna start it again.
That he was lame.
No, I can't do it. He would kill the flowers. He's like, it's what we do, man. We always kill the flowers. It's our thing.
Yeah.
Something. Anyway, the old man's like, drop by anytime.
Yeah, cut through anytime, drop by
He's
anytime.
like, I don't think I will. I think I'll go around. Or so, I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell they say. And then it just ends with them hanging out and the kids walking around the thing and dream a little dream. Oh, but then it's not over.
Yeah.
Because this is the real beginning
A sweet putting on the hits rendition of Forever Young.
Forever Young.
Yeah.
Corey Feldman, this is where he was like, I can sing, guys. Not only can I dance, I can sing.
I can mouth the lyrics of someone else that can sing.
You don't think it was him? I
No,
think it was him.
absolutely not.
Because the old man was definitely him.
Yeah,
Because it sucked. The old man was like, I'm weak. I can barely sing this part. I really thought it might have been him. And I was like, Kyle.
Oh, shucks.
He's going to be
No
here in a
Kyle.
couple hours.
You can edit in some factoids.
This is one of those movies that I want to edit. I want to make my own version of it.
Sure. And it would be like 23 minutes. It would be an episode of something.
It'd be about 45.
Yeah.
Put all the montages together. I liked all the montages. Like I said, great music. You got freaking Van Morrison, Into the Mystic.
Yes.
Like there's a bunch
And
of
well used.
It is really well used.
Yeah.
And, but I also said to my wife, you could put this song over Pigs.
You could put it in a Batman movie.
Like, and it would work.
Yeah, sure.
Like it wouldn't matter what it
Right.
was. I could take B-roll of like
Frankenhooker.
Frankenhooker and re-edit it, and you'd be like,
Yeah.
this is a pretty good movie.
Right, yeah.
It's Van Morrison's best seller. Of course, it's not going to be bad. And they did have the gift of
They could
1989
have
being able to
redone
use.
Van Morrison's classic into Blue-Eyed Ham instead of Brown-Eyed Girl.
Oh
play
my
that.
blue-eyed ham, do you remember when?
you were lame in that movie and you limped all through it and Feldman took the leading role?
When you were young and people loved you and Corey, and now you're old, better to die.
Died from drug overdose.
Was it a drug overdose?
Yeah.
Kyle? Oh, it was. We don't need Kyle for this one.
It was a drug overdose.
What drug? Just curious. Probably something lame.
I think it was heroin.
Heroin?
I think.
It's not lame at all.
No, that's professional level.
That's some pro drug shit.
I think that's what got Cobain on it.
Cobain.
It's Cobain learned that Haim
He's trying to kill that pain.
was on not cocaine, but heroin.
Heron doesn't rhyme with nothing.
No.
Heron. I'm gonna try to work it in a song. Oh man. All right. Well,
Pheromone, maybe.
Ceramon?
Pheromone. Or Ceramon.
Ceramon.
Ceremon's pheromones.
Ceremon's pheromones.
From the heron.
All right, we need to wrap this thing up.
Looking back here like, did this tie the room together for you? Now that I've explained it better.
Now that you've
you've
explained it better, it makes more sense.
Sure.
It still did not tie the room together. I would give me Frank and Hooker any day of the week.
Just the scene of Haim in the car for me.
No, like
tied
I
it
said,
completely.
This is more of a. I love some scenes from this movie.
Sure.
But I don't want to watch it all. If I could, we watched a movie like this not long ago, but I was like, I want to make my own version.
Yeah.
I just want to see this. I don't know if I need to sit through 2 hours. Plus commercials.
Yeah.
Just
Thanks,
see that.
Carbondale.
Hey, good
You
night,
guys are great.
Carbondale, WDBX. Good night.
Thanks for sleeping to us.
And good luck. Thanks for sleeping through half the show. Don't report us about the things we talk about. We love Native Americans and leprechauns.
Yeah, especially leprechauns.
And my good friend Dan. I hope I didn't insult you. All right. Good night, Carbondale. Did it tie it together for you?
Absolutely. Just that scene alone. Just any
Corey.
scene that Haim was in.
I couldn't. Now, to put it on in the background and not have to pay attention to it, sure. We would look up every once in a while, like that kind of movie.
Yeah, giggle.
I don't know. Is it a good movie night movie?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
You have to follow it too
it's
much.
It's almost too straightforward. There's not enough bad.
Yeah.
It's a well-made movie is kind of the problem.
Yeah, sure.
Like it's too professional. But yeah, I wanted more Haim.
Yeah, it would be a terrible movie night movie.
If it would have been flipped and it was Haim, I'd probably enjoy the movie so much more.
Yeah.
And I can't help but to think that my theory is true, and this is why Corey Feldman was encouraged to become Michael Jackson, and it's why he's on tour right now, getting paid to be a musician.
Yeah.
Not that I know. I'm America's foremost cowboy, not musician. Anyway, good night, Carbondale, and yes, I'm glad I watched.
Have you seen Feldman's guitar solos though? They're pretty good.
Oh yeah, they're great. And he explained that it's supposed to be bad, you guys. It's in a song called Fraud, okay? The solo's supposed to be bad, even though I'm acting like I'm really doing something.
What is the tour called? The tour is called,
I don't know,
it's
but
like the horrible tour of I can't remember, but they're all like, it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek tour.
Oh, okay. My wife pointed out that the pimp that says, "Did you do the right thing?"
Yeah.
Is dressed like Feldman is dressed nowadays.
Similar,
his
yeah.
jacket is very Feldman-esque.
It's very golden black and.
No, I don't think it tied the room together. It was.
Well, I think you're wrong.
I think I'm glad I saw it, but yeah, I want to do License to Drive. I think it'd be a lot more fun.
I'm beginning to.
I am glad we did it. I tell you what, though, I am glad we did it, and
you know how I hate to perspire,
and I'm glad you figured out that your line that Robbie was right.
Yeah, I hate that I figured it out because that means that Doc.
Have
Doc
you text him because
right.
you know he's
No.
not going to listen to this.
No.
Okay.
I was waiting for him. If he doesn't watch the show or listen to the show, that's just on him, and he'll never find out that I have acknowledged that he was right and I was wrong.
I will
for the first time in our lives.
Put up fictional money.
I was wrong.
That I don't have. That he will not.
Well, that's on him then. If he's our buddy and he doesn't watch or listen to our show, that's on him. That
Have you had a buddy that was
normally, yeah.
I mean, I think I would.
Yeah.
I don't have any tight buddies that have shows besides us, and I'm forced to listen to it. Yeah. No, I'm glad we watched it. I don't think it tied the room together though. But I am up for more of these kind of 80s style movies,
Especially Haim and Feldman. Especially Haim.
Yeah.
If they could drop Feldman altogether with me, but
yeah.
except that it just makes Haim look that much better. Yeah,
That's
which is
true.
why Feldman is normally there. But
I used to, I've been told that I have those Haim-esque eyes that you can really get lost in.
I thought they were not Sheen, but
Dan Soder.
what was the movie we watched where everybody was in the leather jackets? The
Harley Davidson, Marlboro Man,
no,
Baldwin.
yes, the Baldwin.
Hey,
I
what's
thought
that
they were
one?
Baldwin eyes.
Oh, Baldwin.
You've got Baldwin eyes.
Did you kill a man on the set or kill a woman on the set of a movie? You got Baldwin eyes. Don't worry, I'm going to make a reality show about it. He does. He has a reality show about it on
Chubby
HBO.
Baldwin eyes.
He's got baby face, chubby Baldwin eyes.
That's a good note to close the show on, maybe. Or we could keep talking. I really don't care either way. But
he will shoot you down. He's going up
bring in the leprechaun for that voice.
He'll shoot you.
He's precocious.
He's precocious.
And he knows just what to do when you're near his gold.
He's got
Chubby Baldwin.
He will shoot you with his leather coat on.
What movie was that?
It was Marlboro Man.
No, man, that was a futuristic movie.
No, it was. It was Marlboro Man. I swear to God, it was.
You know what?
They
You're
work.
absolutely right.
You're
absolutely right.
Madsen.
This is twice in one episode I've been wrong, which never happens. Ask my wife. I'm never wrong.
I'm sure she'll tell me. Oh yeah, he's never wrong. He's got big eggs.
Huevos grandes.
All right. Yes. Good night. Good note. Good show. Look
We're
out.
sorry to every
for,
part of the population that we offended.
Yes.
Look it's out all for good fun.
Native Leprechauns coming soon to Adult Swim. All right. See you later. Bye.